Hi and welcome back to the Sword Studies series. I'm Nick Thomas at the Academy for Historical Fencing, and today we're going to be looking at a artillery officer's spadroon of the 1780s or 1790s period. So with spadroons of the 1780s and 1790s, we're so used to seeing stirrup hilt types on the 1786 types and double shells on the 1796s. But what we have here is something rather more unusual. So we actually have an oval guard, and then we have distinct quillons, okay, like an old cross of a cruciform medieval sword. Now, otherwise, the pommel and the quillon are, sorry, not the quillon, the knuckle bow, are very much of the 1796 type. And so if I was to date this sword, I would say it's early 1790s, ranging up to about 1800. And it has the markings for the artillery. There's some speculation that this is the sword of the Honourable Artillery Company, which, you know, you can read more about them on Wikipedia. There's a good entry on them, which is they're basically a very old land forces artillery unit that served at home. And it might be for them. It's not certain, but that's the current theory. But what we have here is actually what is a very, very pretty spadroon, in fact, and very, very unusual. So these oval guards, you will sometimes see these on small swords. You don't really ever see them on spadroons. But clearly, you know, there are exceptions to the rule at all times. The grip is copper wire, which usually signifies an NCO or sergeant's sword, although I would be surprised if this is a sergeant's sword. Although being the Honourable Artillery Company, maybe they could have purchased some very fancy swords for their sergeants. You can see that the leather washer's still intact, which is really, really nice. So this sword is in really good shape. It has a really thick shoulder on it as well. So yeah, this is functionally a standard spadroon. I've handled so many spadroons that handle just like it. It's nice and robust, and particularly as the hilt's quite meaty and the shoulder's thick. So it's a decent one. It's not excessively heavy or unusually heavy, but it is unusual in its guard form. So let's take a look. Let's see what the specification is like. I can already tell that the hilt is quite heavy. So this one is 664 grams. So that's far from unusual for, let's say, 1796 spadroons. They usually range about 650 to 700, sometimes a bit more. So it's in the sort of medium to lower medium weight range. There's clearly quite a lot of mass in the overall hilt. Let's take a look at the blade and see how it is. So the blade is of the typical 1796 single-edged fulled format. It is 80.5 centimeters, which is just over 31.5 inches. As is so often I keep seeing, is so many spadroons don't actually reach the 32 inch that they were supposed to for regulation, for whatever reason, and not because they've been shortened, they were just made that way. The balance, I'm expecting this to balance fairly close to the hilt because it is a meaty hilt. Balance is 8 centimeters. Yeah, that is close. So most spadroons are around about more like 10 centimeters. So 8 centimeters, it does feel close to the hand because, yeah, that hilt is fairly heavy and that shoulder is thick, which we're going to look at now. Always like to see a thick shoulder. Yeah, it is 9 millimeters. Really nice thick shoulder. That is really nice to see. And then at roughly the halfway point of the blade, it's down to 3.6. In the last 10 centimeters, it goes to 1.3. Right down at the tip, it's still at 1.3. Oh yeah, and I'll do the profile taper for you as well. So at the shoulder, 2.8. Halfway goes down to 1.94. In the last 10 centimeters, 1.26. So reasonable amount of profile taper, lots of distal taper. Balance is fairly close to the hand even for a spadroon. Actually, it's overall just a really nice fighting weapon. This shell is actually going to be stronger than many of the double shell guards on some of the 1796s. And this cross section and knuckle bow is actually just really quite pleasant to look at and a lot fancier and a lot nicer than most 1796s. So what you have here is basically a weapon that is fundamentally, functionally, no difference to a 1796 infantry officer's sword, but just is a little bit fancier to look at and is surely an artillery officer or potentially sergeant of some kind. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please do subscribe if you haven't already.